The weed for me.
It's the weed for me. I'm high now.
Why you just cut the whole last part right?
I thought that
You
was
see it? It's the weed for me. No weed for Hoffa, but
My eyes open, I close them and put my hands together. I hope Jehovah notice my focus and put the plan together. Seem close to La Kosher Nostra in the Soprano era. Portion.
I'm cool. I'm cool, man.
You alright?
I don't know what it is about
We cool. I'm wild for the night. 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 I done earned all my stripes. I'm wild for the night. I could tell you what it's like. What's going on? What's going on? What's up with the people? Aware Hafiz. Follow me on Instagram. Aware_Hafiz. Aware_Hafiz. This is a classical episode right here. Special edition. This is number 20. I'm on number 20. I've been doing it for, I don't even know, like 3 or 4 months. And this is a passion of mine. This is a passion of mine right here. And I'd never thought that I'd be doing this in 2020. I never thought I'd be doing this. So this is where we at with it. Episode 20. Thank you to all my viewers. Shout out to my subscribers. Like, share, because this is going to be a good one. I got 2 guests in the building today, man. Why wouldn't I bring entrepreneurs for episode 20? You feel me?
Yes, sir.
My good brother, Money Slash.
What's going on, my brother? How you?
My good brother, Country.
Well.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So this just fell together like this. Like, I believe that God has been like with me, walking and moving and writing my rhymes and writing my book and editing my footage, and I can't even take credit for it because I don't even know how I come up with the stuff I be coming up with, bro. It's that crazy. It's that crazy. But I like to start it off the same way every time. How was your day today?
A little busy.
Why you say that?
I'm always making moves, man. You gotta figure out the next play. It's always about the next play, man.
It's always about the
It's always something to do. It's always something to go after, and then, you know.
Always something to learn too.
That is
How
a
about
fact.
you, good brother?
Same thing, man. Busy, work as usual,
Mhm.
No work, no sleep.
No sleep.
When you die, man.
Sleep when you die, man. That's how I be looking at it too. It ain't enough hours in a day. Like lately, I've been sleeping like 4 hours a day. You know what I mean? Like just 4 hours, cause it'd be like, dang, like I got a whole bunch of stuff to do,
Right.
and it ain't no sitting around time. There's no time to really. There's no time for that, like at all. I feel like I wasted enough time, but
Anybody
Go ahead.
who has a tenth of success can't sleep for 8 hours.
Cannot.
It's impossible.
it don't work.
Your hustle got to be there. Your drive, your motivation, your inspiration,
Mhm.
your dedication. All of that got to be there.
Everything.
Really, like, how much can you accomplish while you sleep?
Yeah,
Nothing.
yeah. You can't accomplish nothing until you get to that point where you're making money when you sleep. Like we at the point where that's happening for us, so that's cool. I want you to move a little bit in. I want the viewers to actually get this blessing of seeing my bro in the camera. You know. So, Money, y'all, I got like questions for you. Like that's just. I have a lot of questions for you. I've been thinking about them for like since yesterday. I've been thinking about it for a couple days
Listen,
actually.
you know me, man. I'm blunt and brutally honest. So
Okay, I want to start with music with you, right?
okay.
All right, so what was your inspiration to be lyrical like you are?
My early inspiration was Slick Rick, G-Rap, KR, Rakim. Like them dudes were dope to me. Like them dudes
Yeah.
they were smart. They was book smart, street smart. They had great words, and I aspired to be like that. Like it's not just one way with them. You know what I mean? Like them guys, the word he just used, their charisma, their passion for the music, their passion for delivering their message. That was always dope to me, and I just wanted to follow in those type of footsteps.
And just to be like intelligent. Like
It's a fact.
That's what
That's
I be
a fact.
falling at now too. Like I'll be looking up words and stuff like
People think it's cool to be dumb. It's
Yeah, they
cool to
think
be
it's cool to
smart,
be-
bro.
Yeah, it's cool to be
know
smart.
how to to know
It's
how to
cool.
maneuver through life in different avenues. You can't just be one way.
You can't.
You can't. Like it's impossible. And
it's too expensive. Being dumb is expensive.
Yes, it is.
Now
It costs you a lot.
Yes, it is.
It costs you. We was just talking about that before we
It
got
costs
on.
you more than money. It costs you time, and time is the only thing we can't get back. You can get the money back.
Yeah, you get the money
You
back.
can get the money
That's
back.
deep.
but
You
The
can get
time
more
is what
money.
you.
You just can't
You
get
know what
more
I mean?
time.
Like
You can't
that's
get
it.
more time. That's it. When that's it. When it's over, it's over.
That's a fact.
As far as like, cause I like your wordplay, right? Like, do you consider that original? Cause I don't be hearing nobody do that. Like how you do it, it be making me. It makes me mad sometimes because it's like yo, I can't do that. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like I don't even like. It has something to do with speech and everything. Like you got to be able to like. It's like crazy, like the talking wise and all that. Like, do you consider that originally you? Like,
No, because
or you
to
have
be honest,
influences?
it always come to influences because I didn't create it. Like I put my spin on it, how I thought I should sound, or how I thought the beat make me want to sound. Like, because a lot of times I write to the beat. The beat dictate the flow pattern. It dictate how I think and how how I process. So, it's basically how I feel, combined with the beat and combined with smarts like vocabulary, stuff. I love to play with syllables. That's my favorite.
Yeah, I noticed that.
I love
noticed
it,
that.
and I love to use it in ways that people don't. So I when I listen and I find flaws, or not even flaws, it's just something different than myself, I try to go above and beyond like, with that. And that.
I was like when I started like really getting into music lately, like you was my inspiration. You ain't even know. Like when I used to be in the studio with you before, and like how serious you would take that verse, like and every single word gotta be right, and you don't care how long that take.
Right.
You gonna get every single word right. And like
Pronunciation for me.
yeah, that's what I started to do. Like I'm like yo, every single word gotta be right because you took your time to sit down and craft that. You know what I mean? So why shortchange yourself?
Right.
Like, it's a process of being as good as good like we
When
are.
I hear him flow, you ever seen those like coloring books and they got like 1, 2, 3 and it tells you what the color. You know what I'm saying? It's like pixels. Like that's how he rhyme.
Yeah.
Like, he shade this pixel in right here. This might be yellow. This might be blue. This might be green. And then when he finish, this shit is
It's
a whole
all together.
fucking
It's
painting.
all
You
together.
know, it's a whole piece
There's
of
no
art. I've been
set
telling you
way.
this shit for
There's no
years.
set way of him.
It's a fact, bro.
There's no set way of
You
him
got
doing
that
it.
shit in.
There's no greater joy than to hear your peers talk about you
Yeah.
and your music and whatever it is that you into at high esteem. I love that. Like, that's so dope to me, man.
And that goes a long way. Like inspiration. Like people wasn't liking my music before. Like people would just listen to it like okay, but I wasn't into it neither. But nowadays it's like yo, like people like yo, Hoff, like this, that, and that's helping me go to the next level with that.
Bro.
Like I feel like with writing is different now. Like I honestly don't think that I'll be writing that.
Right.
Like
right.
I'll be sitting there, and I don't think that I'll be writing that. When I sit back and listen to it, and I'm like, yo, like what the. Them words don't even be in my vocabulary.
Right,
like it's
right.
crazy.
Nah, but you know what? You to a point where your mind is open, and you've been doing it so long. You reached a part of mastery. Like I can hear the elevation in you. By the way, let me say I'm super proud of everything you're doing.
Thank you, bro.
When you send me these tracks, bro, when I listen to your mixtape, I'm like, yo, bro, son, elevated so crazy. Like it wasn't like that before. You know what I mean? Not to cut you short for them before, but you elevated so much, bro, and that's a great thing. Like I listen, I be sitting there like, yeah, like I know how hard it is to do that. So I respect your hustle. Like I respect what you've been doing, your grind and everything, because I know how hard it is to do that.
Yeah, so you got a whole nother respect for it.
That's a fact.
Likewise too. Likewise. Also, I'm gonna tell a quick story because this has to be told, and we gotta have this documented, right? So. I brought him out of retirement. Right? I brought him out of retirement. I did. I gotta take credit for that because I've been antagonizing him for like 3 months, right?
Yes, he did.
Try to get him in the studio. Then finally, I got him in there, man. I got him in. I knew honestly in my head that I wasn't gonna kill him. And it just made me write harder. It made me go harder with it. And I think that was dope. Like, how do you feel about that last experience?
He did not say that on Facebook. He was like, I'm gonna kill him.
Yes,
I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him. Yo, I'm gonna kill him. Slash. Tell Slash, if anybody got Liddy Bacon, tell him I'm gonna kill him on the So I said, oh yeah, okay.
But that pushed you.
No, that was dope. That was dope.
That pushed you.
So I ain't doing it well because, like I said, it wasn't paying the bills for me. Like I had kids, I got things going on in life that needed my attention that I had to set up and prepare. So, and then music, even though I love it, it wasn't at the forefront of my
I understand
financial strength. Like,
There's a bunch of other stuff going on. There's a bunch of other stuff going on. But I knew you as a person, you was gonna practice whatever you had, and you was not gonna let me show you up regardless.
Of course.
I don't care if it been 20,000 years. You was not gonna let that happen, and I knew
that's
it.
the competitiveness in us.
Yeah.
Because anytime we do something, we bring out the best in each other. Like any video we ever shot, any song we ever recorded, the chemistry, the movement.
Yeah.
I feel like that with my brother Barry as well. I feel like that with my brother. Country. I don't even want to call him Country. His name is Cold Red now. Like everybody else call him Country. That's what's up. But that's Cold Red.
That's
like,
Cold Red.
That's Cold Red. Yeah, my partner.
We gonna get into that too.
You know, a lot of people already know me as Cold Red, and I mean that's my original name.
We gonna get into that too. How you feel about the track that we did, Black Entrepreneurs? It'll be out pretty soon.
I think it's super dope, man. Like the whole energy, the drive of it, the beat. The lyrics, what we're talking about is so important. Like it's not rapping BS and all this,
it's next level.
Drug this and big car that and this. Nah, we really took our time and made something masterful. Something I feel is gonna be a classic. Like something I feel.
And I personally want to thank y'all because I appreciate it. Because you know when we listen to this music, we hear genocide. You know what I'm saying? We hear our people talking about killing one another. You know, fornicating with another man's woman, you know what I'm saying, breaking a household, you know what I'm saying. So what y'all was bringing to the table is, you know, something was like a breath of fresh air is what we really need.
We need it because it was at a point like I was rapping that stuff before, and then I remember, and I remember like probably like a year or two ago I did a video and I'm like I didn't feel right. You know what I mean? Because I was like, I don't know, I go with my spirit. I didn't feel right after I did the video. And it was just nonsense. So I put in my head, I'm like, yo, I am not doing that no more. Like, because at any day, I just think real deep. I'm a deep individual for sure.
You didn't resonate with your soul, bro.
Yeah. And I feel like at any day, I don't want to be like a King Von or something like that. They pass away. God bless, rest in peace. And they have that negativity to be left behind. And I don't want to leave no negativity behind. So every time I sit down and I write something, it has to be a jewel in it. It has to not be negative. You know what I mean?
Well, we can't erase our past.
No, we can't.
We've done some things.
Yeah, you throw that in there.
The only thing we can do is pay atonement to it, like reflect on it, move on, and elevate and get better.
And that's it.
Because I'm not gonna regret my past because it brought me to who I am today. You know what I mean? So you have to value every aspect. But what I'm not gonna do is promote or profit. You know what I mean? Or continue to manifest that negative energy.
That's a fact.
It's about moving forward. You know what
That's
I mean?
a fact.
Because you gotta always keep in mind that there's always ears that are listening. You know what I'm saying? And right now, rap is hip hop is what's controlling the narrative of our culture. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these guys are not gangsters, they're not thugs, but they want to live up to their favorite rappers. You know, they want to be them. You know what I'm saying? So they go out here and do things that they know that they're not built for. They know that they really don't even want to do. It doesn't even resonate with their soul. You know what I'm saying? But they go out here trying to be
something that they not.
Exactly.
Be something that they not.
You know,
and that's another thing.
It's a detriment to our society.
It is. And that's another thing that I go with too. Like I go with being myself. Like at the end of the day, like I might be a weird individual. I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, and it's just me and me. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
As long as I'm positive and I might be whatever anybody think I am, which is fine with me because I'm me. Like, and my daughters smile every time they see me, and I'm raising them and they growing. So that
you always got great vibrations.
You'll only be considered weird by people who don't understand your magnitude of thinking. Like at the end of the day, the great ones, the smartest people in the world were called crazy.
Yeah, called crazy.
You know what I mean? So it's not about the public perception, of you. It's about how you feel about you and how your
money messed up a word just now. I heard that.
Perception.
You don't do that. You don't do that.
Hey man. It happens.
So it's in a booth or something.
It happens. And I wish I could just hit the button like in the booth. Let's do it again.
Perpetuate,
Nah.
You're right though.
Our
You're right.
culture's full of followers. You know what I'm saying? And we don't have any really leaders. We don't have any leaders that's leading people in the right path.
And that's our job though at this point is to lead. You know, we have to lead. I have another music question. When I was in juvenile, where was I at? I was in juvenile drug sellers program or something like that. And I got I think it was the XXL. And it had Fat Joe on the cover.
Right.
I never forget it, right? And I'm
looking
in the joint. And I see you in there, right?
That's right.
I see you in that joint, and I was like, dang, like you gave me like hope. You know what I mean? Like, oh, this dude, and I always thought that you was nice on the rapping tip. I'm like, yo, this dude is dope. This dude is dope. What happened with that situation?
Well, we made that was actually I signed at that time I signed a distribution deal through Red, which is a distribution company under Sony. They fronted the album. They fronted the money for the album, the production and everything as well. We supposed to sell 100,000 units to fund the next project. We only sold 68,000. We fell under the quota of what we were supposed to do. So they made their money back. We got paid, and we split ways. We didn't fulfill the prophecy of the contract. So that's how that panned out. But that was a good run. That was actually my last run. That was actually my last official deal. Any tapes and things that came out after that was personal. We put them out ourselves through other companies and things. But
I always feel like you have a lot more to offer to the world with your lyricism. Like, you're not like lyrically, like you're dating the top 5, like lyrically, like how you put them words together and they mix up. That is amazing, bro. That is amazing to me. Like, and it's like, damn, like you cannot stop doing this. You can't stop. And you go ahead.
Thank you, brother. No, that's a big compliment coming from a guy who do it. Like, you know, most people who do it, but like, he ain't nothing. I can do that. Like, you know what I mean? So,
back then, I'd have been like that. I say I was going to cut you. I was just messing with you.
But coming from you, that's a big deal.
That's a fact, though. That's a fact, though.
I appreciate that. So I put a lot of work into that. Like, it don't come easy to really do that, to chop style like that.
It can't. It can't.
It's definitely not easy.
Your writing process got to be crazy. So what you and them dudes just like split ways or what?
Nah, actually, life happened, man. Jinx the Juvie at the time, you know what I mean? He got into an indictment out in, out of town. I don't even want to speak on that. I don't know what's going on with his case. I know he's been sentenced, it's been some while, but I don't want to speak on it. You know what I mean? So, but he went to, to prison out there, whatever the case. Ike went to Japan or something. Like, he had his own little solo album out at the time, and he was killing them overseas in Japan and things like that.
His name was like Ike Dirty.
Ike Dirty, yeah, that's my guy. That's actually the first person that I ever, like, even in the hood, like, I might not say that. All right. As far as performing and writing, I was doing that on my own because I was doing that in school and I'm doing that in the hood. Ike was the first person who believed in me and put me on his project, and from me being on his project, that's how I went on tour and I met this person and all the celebs and this, that, and the other and whatever the case. So Ike was instrumental in me catapulting forward with music because for me it was just something I do outside and in front of the building with the guys or in the lobby when somebody banging on the wall or beatboxing. So Ike was the one who gave me the industry feel of the game.
And then you also, for the people that don't know, you also had a deal with Allen Iverson.
Yes.
So we got to talk about that too. Like, there's a lot of questions that people probably had for you. You know what I mean? So I'm going to ask them.
No, that's fine. That's what I'm here for.
So with the Allen Iverson situation, that's around the time I first met you, right? That was around the time, you probably don't remember, that was like around the time I first met you. So how'd that work out? How was that? Like, what was that about? Or whatever you want to say about it.
First of all, that was probably the dopest experience just because of who he was. Like, so for me to be going to the games and sitting courtside or right behind it or whatever and being seen on TV, you know what I mean? So but his situation at the time, he was still playing ball. He wasn't set up label wise. Like, we didn't even have a home. Like as far as for the label, for the recording. What we would do is when he go away on games or whatever, like, we would go and then he'll book time for us in that that area, wherever it was. Say if it was Phoenix, or say if it was in wherever. So and then we record like that. So we'll be sitting in the rooms, doing what we do and write the music and after party time, after whatever. And then so that's how I created music with him. But he wasn't set up to where it was go time. He was still in the building process. He also had basketball to worry about. He also had a home with his wife and children. So it never came to fruition
because he wasn't really in it. Like he should have been.
He's Allen Iverson, bro. He's and at the time, the biggest basketball player in the, you know what I mean? So he has,
that's a fact.
He has to do what he do. So I appreciated his time. I appreciated him believing in me, bringing me around and doing things. You know what I mean?
That's a fact. That's a fact.
I always loved the Chuck. Bubba Chuck is my guy.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
We love you, AI.
We'll switch it. Let me think before we switch it from music to entrepreneurship. We could talk that kind of talk now. You feel me?
That's my lane. That's my lane.
What else I got musically? What else I got musically? Yeah, I'm gonna ask you the same question I asked Barry. Like, what's your top 5?
You got to do that in decades. Cause I got a different top 5 for every decade.
No, we just do the top 5 of all time.
That's hard as fuck.
Give me 4. No, but give me 4.
That's
I try not to. They slip out. We grown, but
no, but that's a 5 out of millions. Like, yo,
all right,
rappers
give me
that I
5.
love.
Give me 5 from the 90s.
All right, 90s. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do Big J, regardless. I would say Tupac, but I'm biased with him because once they start the East Coast, West Coast, I went East Coast. So now he's excluded. Not to even the crazy part is I like to do. I like his music.
Yeah, I understand.
But I had to choose what I wanted to do, and now it's like
made you choose.
Right.
Like everybody. Yeah.
So I'm gonna do Big J. I'm gonna do
So I got a question.
I'll probably get killed for this.
I got a question. Who you think better, Big or J?
I think Jay better.
Me too.
I think Jay's better. That's my opinion. Like
okay.
I mean, listen.
Big J.
Big J.
J Big.
No, Big J.
Oh, no chronological order.
I'm gonna
You could
go.
just say it.
I'm gonna go M. Just
M
for he raps better than I rap the way that I rap. Like, I would love to be able to do what he does. Like, M is the greatest.
Yeah, he is.
I call him a riggedy rapper because he's this guy. He's
very good with
he's
the
the
words.
best. He's the best.
He is. He's the best.
The only person I seen come close to him is his own man, Royce the 5'9". Them two together, yo, they something different.
Bro.
So M is like crazy with that.
M's Picasso.
Nah, M is crazy.
You know what I mean? Crazy enough to cut his own ear off. You feel me?
All right, so I'm gonna go.
MJ. MJ.
Big J M. I'm gonna go.
Correct.
I'm gonna go definitely, but I'm gonna go Fab.
Fab's awesome.
One of my all-time favorites as far as longevity. I love Fab, man. I love he's all right, and not as much recently because he hasn't put out things that are relevant right now that I feel to hip hop. But I'm gonna go Kanye. Kanye's one of my favorite ever.
He's
and that's production. No, he's really not though. All right, if you want to go, all right, I'm gonna say Redman. Redman was my favorite.
You have to go in.
Redman was my favorite before Big came out. Before Jay came out. It was really like Redman had me. Yo, I was the biggest. I'm running around with tissue on my nose with the Scully rolled up, and like I was trying to be Redman so bad. Like he was so dope. Like
I never
Redman is so dope.
understood the whole Redman. The whole Redman. Everybody liking Redman and the whole lyricalness, his ratedness. I didn't at first, but then like as I got older, I did. But I always liked his music because he from Jersey. I'm from Jersey. I always liked his music, but I didn't understand.
With Red, it wasn't just
and he was
lyrics,
always dope to us too.
energy.
Yeah, it was
put a lot of
energy
energy in his
Yeah,
records.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
even
he
if
still
you
do
didn't
that.
even rock with what are you saying, he still made you want to move.
Yeah, he still do that. He still do that.
He came as a spark when everybody was still hard, but they also wasn't so animated. Like at the time, it was probably only Busta that was more.
Yeah.
So when Red came and he had more relatable lyrics and more, I was like,
he
yo,
didn't
this
care.
dude, yeah, like
He
I
really
like
didn't
his
care.
style. Like, and then he had EPMD behind him. He had Daz Effect. They had a nice team.
Yeah, they did.
They
Yeah,
had
they
a
did.
nice
Yeah, they
core.
did.
Like, you know
Yeah,
what I
they
mean?
did.
So.
And he didn't care.
I mean, he was the best to me.
That's your,
like he was the best out of them. Yeah, that's
your 5. I'm gonna bounce off of that question and ask like how important is it? Do you think not to care what people think?
It's very important to be honest. Like, cause you can let other people project their fear onto you, or you can let them project their negative onto you. Like, you understand what I'm saying? So if you just in your own zone and you in your own world, I think that's dope. I think that's probably one of the best things you can do to an extent. Because now, if you doing so, and you're not realizing that you're losing grasp of your fans or whatever it is that you're into, then you're gonna fall. Then you're gonna lose. Like, so
I feel like a lot of people.
So my answer to that, to sum it up, I'm sorry before you go on.
Yeah, we go right to
say,
him next.
It's just to say I love it. Maybe 80%. You still have to gauge your fans for whatever you're doing, whether it's in business, whether it's in music, whether it's in whatever. You still have to gauge to them as well.
And I feel like, you shouldn't care what other people think because they a lot of people like to project their insecurities onto you.
All
so when
day.
they see things
All
that
day.
Right.
you're doing that, they feel like they can't do. They tend to hate. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
They feel like because they can't do it or they can't see themselves doing it, you shouldn't be doing it.
You shouldn't be
know what I'm
doing
saying?
it.
So you shouldn't limit yourself by other people's thoughts.
And they dang and know that you great, and a lot of times people see more in you than you actually see, and they just try
People
to
be
pull you back.
disappointed when you don't reach with their expectation of you because they're like, yo, I just know this dude is gonna be great. Like I know he's gonna be, and then you fall a little short.
But everybody got
but
their
that's
own
just
path.
right.
Everybody on their own path.
And a lot of people, they see things in you that you don't see in yourself.
That's a fact.
And before you can notice it, they want to kill it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of people, like Kanye, when he was telling people like, yo, I'm a multi-billionaire. He seen his greatness, but other people seen they want to kill it. They didn't want him to, realize his reality. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they wanted to kill it, but he knew where he was at.
Yeah.
He didn't care what they thought. He didn't care what nobody said. He knew that he was a multi-billionaire.
He pushed on.
And he pushed on.
And he made it happen.
You see where he at right now. You see where he at.
He jumped over Hove.
Like,